Hey, how's it going? Today we will recreate this super cool text effect from Netflix's series Black Mirror. I highly recommend it if you haven't watched it yet. Also, special thanks to Abduzidu for this tutorial. So let's get started. Create a new document. I am using 3840 by 2160 with resolution set at 72 pixels per inch. Background color is set at black. For this tutorial, you will require a shattered glass texture. You can use any texture of your choice. I will also be leaving a free download link in the description for the texture I used for this tutorial. Next thing to do is to remove the black background from the image. To do so, go to Select, Color Range, click on the black part of the image. I'm setting fuzziness to about 90. You can experiment with other values to get the perfect result. Hit OK. Now inverse the selection and choose Layer via Cut. The background is successfully removed. Once you get the image, you will need to do some adjustments. First thing is to simplify the number of cracks. Take the eraser tool and erase the parts of the crack you don't need. Also, depending on your image, you might have to rotate and scale it. Let's tone things down a little bit now. Double-click on the image layer and go to Layer Style, Color Overlay, and use a dark teal shade with blend mode set at overlay at 60% opacity. Hit OK and now change the fill opacity of the layer to 60%. The broken glass is done. Now it's time to add some text. The font used is Proxima Nova Bold and the size is set at 180 pixels. You can choose the font size depending upon your document size. Now right-click on the text layer and convert it to Smart Object. Now comes a bit tricky part. Masking texts. I'm going to duplicate text layers 3 or 4 times. Then with the polygonal lasso tool, select part of the text before it intersects with the crack. Once you are done with one crack, go to Layer, Layer Mask and Reveal Selection. Hide this layer and move to the other layers you just duplicated. Repeat that for the rest of the text until you have covered all the cracked segments. If you are left with any duplicated text layer you haven't used to mask text, delete it. For every new part of the text, unlink the mask from the text. And move the text up and to the left. Like this. If the font goes out of the mask, select the mask and tweak it. Hide the crack effect and you should have something like this. Looks cool. In order to add a bit more realism to our image, let's add drop shadow to the broken glass texture. Use an angle of somewhere around 20 to 25 degrees. Set opacity at whatever value feels good to you. Use black for the shadow's color as it will blend with our background color. I also changed the contour to half round. Merge all the text layers. Now go to Filter, Blur Gallery and Field Blur. I am using 6 pixels. You can use values depending upon the size of your document. Finishing off with some effects, double-click on the text layer and go to Layer Styles, Inner Glow. Use any bluish shade for the color. I'm using 3828D with blend mode, multiply with opacity at 25%. I used size at 15. Again, you must use it according to your document size. Contour is half round at 50 range. Now, go to Outer Glow. Select a dark teal color. I'm using color code 446C75 with blend mode lighten at 50% opacity. You can experiment with the size, but I suggest to keep the value between 40 to 60. Hit OK and you're done. Hey! Thanks so much for watching this tutorial. If you need any help with any step, place it down in the comments. And if you like this tutorial and want to see more in the future, please hit subscribe. It helps. Or like how YouTube puts it, hit the bell icon so you get notified on the upcoming tutorials. Have a great day.